birthday to my mommy. To my mommy. It's my mommy's birthday. Yeah, my mommy. Happy birthday to that lady queen whom I came through. And yes, happy birthday to my mom. Still is young, still looks great. Yeah. What did I do today? I went to the gym. I've been working out. I gotta start lifting a little heavy. I'm starting to, my glutes. I used to have a little more junk and it's going away. It's like, you never can keep the good assets. It's always a keyword on assets. It's always that goes. Like, come on, man. So I either gotta start getting on the freaking Stairmaster more, which I hate the Stairmaster, but I know that was good for you. I hate it on my knees. I gotta really pray and think about this, y'all, for real, because I'm 47 now, like, and I've been watching the Olympics hardcore, and I feel like, yes, it's never too late to be an athlete, but ooh, they have all kind of tape on themselves. I wish I had, like, all that time in the day to just work on my health. If I did, life would be totally different, but we just don't live in that kind of world. But anyway, I went to the gym today. I got these new shoes. Like I said, I'm finally getting to where I'm comfortable in them. I had to add some inserts. I got some Hokas. I can definitely say I'll never buy these again, just because the fact that I had to, like, add inserts is not my favorite thing for how much these things cost. I'm gonna stick with my Nikes. I should have tried New Balance, but I didn't. Maybe that'll be something I try next. I don't know, but I'm gonna thug these out at least till December. See how they fare with me. Other than that, y'all, I just been, like, obsessed with the Olympics because I watch it every time at the gym because it's on, and I was watching water polo today, and man, they be wearing me out, like I said, when I watch it, but I love the fight in them. I can do it, especially in water polo. They have all these people pulling on you. We have to box. I'd be like, get out the pool. Let's get out the pool. Like, we gotta. I mean, I get it because we going for a medal, but and they have to do all these semifinals, quarterfinals, all these. Like, let's get to the grand show. But one of my new favorite Olympians is Gabby Thomas. She won, like, her 200-meter gold today, and Gabby just looks like so much like a model. She don't look like she even freaking... I started watching her because she was, like, getting her hair and nails done over there in Paris and eating baguettes and muffins. That's literally how I even found out who she really was, but she's, like, a Harvard graduate, got her degree in neurobiology, and the girl is cold, and she's 27. I was trying to convince my niece that that's, like, the perfect Olympic physique to just, she could do it. Like, Gabby literally started, I mean, if you saw when she first went to college and now, like, she's put on so much muscle and leaned out. Like, I'm trying to convince my niece, but you know these kids these days. If I can go back in time, would I be an Olympian? I don't know. Maybe. I do got these bird legs, so I don't know if it would have worked out for me, but maybe I could have threw one of them hammers or something. They got so many things you can do. But anyway, let's get into the news. Criminals are targeting, we read about that yesterday. U.S. pauses migrant sponsorship program due to fraud concerns. Mother, a driving force as jury finds answers to his man's 2000 disappearance. Women in motorcycle racing program break ground. Fossil discovery in Greenland ice sheet reveals increased risk of sea level rise. Come on, y'all, with this repetitive news. I'm about to switch on y'all. I think I am, because I don't like when they start doing this repetitive news. I don't like that. And I don't never do Yahoo News, so let's go. Tim Walz is Kamala's new running mate. Missouri Representative Cori Bush suffers a bruising primary defeat as Democrats split over Israel. The squad is getting cut up out of there. Simone Biles put her mental health first, and it paid off. 5 habits we can all adopt. 4 takeaways from Tim Walz's first campaign? No. Vice President Kamala has played it safe with her wardrobe during the most crucial moment of her career, says Yahoo creator La-da-dee-da-da. Here are 13 designers that could help. Girl, we don't care about what Kamala wearing. We care about what she gonna do in that White House. There's the horse picture. I don't even know what that is. I know what it is, but I don't. Some of these things, I'll be like, what is the sport they're playing? I'll just turn it on and really, like, I didn't know water polo. I figured water polo was water polo, but I couldn't be sure. As Chinese scientists analyzed the soil samples of their lunar probe brought back from the moon, they realized something groundbreaking. There was water found along the minerals with the soil. Egyptologists have long debated how the ancient pyramids were built. A new theory suggests a hydraulic lift device using stored water could have floated the heavy stones up through the middle of the pyramids. They're still trying to figure this out. Federal judge has ordered the Justice Department to return the spear and horned helmet belonging to Jacob Chansley, who stormed the Capitol. He can make some good money off of that when he gets it back. He gonna need it. Like its launch, the return of Boeing Starliner's astronaut crew has faced delays. NASA astronauts Barry Wilmore and Sunita Williams remain in orbit with no set return date 2 months later. Tropical Storm Debbie is slamming the southeast with heavy rain after making landfall in Florida as a Category 1 hurricane on Monday. At least 5 people have been unalived in Florida and Georgia. A federal judge ruled Google legally monopolized online search and advertising by paying companies to install Google as the default search engine on smartphones and web browsers. Yeah. Let's see. Canada's second largest city, Montreal, would join cities like Las Vegas and Tokyo to allow bars and clubs to stay open 24 hours a day in hopes of driving revenue, but some say the city isn't ready for the change. Dude, I know when I went to Korea, they have clubs like that, and I was like, do these people ever go to bed? They was partying all night. A summer COVID surge in California has proven surprisingly stronger as it heads into the third month. California is one of the 43 states with a very high coronavirus level in the wastewater. The surge is largely due to subvariants known as flirt. Microplastics have been found in the ocean, in our food, and even in our organs, but are they actually harming us? I don't know, but maybe they're giving us superpowers because, I mean, at this point, we've ingested a lot of them. Will I start becoming waterproof is what I'm saying. How is this helping me? I think this is yesterday's news, but U.S. now holds the lead in overall Olympic medals at the Paris Games with 77 total as of Monday afternoon. Millennials and older Gen Zers miss the days of Club Penguin and Neopets where creativity and socializing thrived. As tech advanced, those nostalgic games faded. The millennials were raised by the internet. Now their internet parents are gone. 5 secretaries of state urged Elon Musk to fix his AI chatbot for spreading misinformation related to the November 5th election. Social media platforms, including X, are facing scrutiny over it. I think Elon's suing them back. UN fires 9 staff members. We read about this. What is honey fraud? The practice of adulterating honey is not new, but advancements in technology and science have made it much easier. It's putting beekeepers out of business. Okay. In just 3 days, a 9/11 case in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba saw shockwaves. A Pentagon official authorized a plea deal with lifetime sentences only for Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin to cancel it. The New York Times account of the 3 days is based on interviews. So, are they canceling the plea deals? Alright. I'm pretty sure I didn't like anything on this app today, because I was really, watching Olympic stuff all day. But, I did like Gabby Thomas. She won. She killed it. But that's about it. Let's go to, TMZ. I need to switch up TMZ too. I do get tired of reading about this stuff. Let me see what else they got on here, y'all. What is this? My favorite show, Animal Kingdom, which was another season. Are they talking about coming back? All 6 seasons are on Prime, of course. And they're calling for another season of popular series because they loved it so much. Yeah, but the mom is gone, and she was the main woman in there. This was a good show, if you ever wanted to watch it. My news on my phone be dry. Yeah, anyway. I think I'm gonna switch, like I said. I don't even know why I'm picking this one, but whatever. Blake Lively wears Britney Spears' dress as it ends with the Us in the New York City premiere, whatever. Who is this? Kevin Costner, Jay-Z, Elliot Page, and more. These are hot picks, meaning going into that. Joshua Hall mourns longtime friend who passed away of cancer. Travis Kelce adorably signs Taylor Swift's Chiefs jersey for a young fan. I don't even think this is a show. Keke Palmer's mom Sharon recalls culty Dan Schneider Nickelodeon sets. One thing about Keke Palmer's mom, she don't play about her. Y'all see how much my phone listens to me? They showing these freaking shoes I just bought. Kalani denies the cult allegations after her ex files for custody of her daughter. It's this stuff here be lame too, because I don't even be caring about this stuff. Let me see what else, y'all. I'm kind of over TMZ right now. There's a new Dance Mom era. There's a new coach. Have you ever watched that? Everybody's got a podcast now. Jessica Simpson addresses claims she's drinking alcohol again. She said, "You have me very misunderstood." Michaela Skinner says she's heartbroken over Simone's clapback but wants to move on and move forward. But she blocked Simone. I saw a video where she was asking Simone to tell her fans to chill, but she blocked her. So how would Simone see you unless she unblocked her? I think they can squash this, but it's very unfortunate, this little stupid spats. Kate Middleton and Prince William were forced to confirm romance during a game of Never Have I Ever. And going down memory lane. Paris is out with her son. Christina Ricci shares a sweet throwback of her son. I didn't even know these people have had children. Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz kids, Lucy Arnaz and Desi Arnaz Jr. through the years. Interesting. Snoop Dogg kept cool at the Paris Olympics with a mini fan, which starts at just $7 on Amazon. They gonna find a way to plug something. Vanessa Williams on her Miss America scandal and finding joy in her passions. The actress and singer is looking back on facing the terrifying racism after being crowned the first Black Miss America in 1983, subsequently having her crown stripped away after nude photos she had taken years prior resurfaced, and how she fought her way back. That was just like so trash. Vanessa Williams is just a woman that deserves so many flowers. I love me some Vanessa Williams. Pregnant woman who is excited to learn her baby's sex is unalived in her home. So sad. I watched this documentary on this dude here where she was looking at her husband's computer and he had a weird photo, and when she opened it up, it was all type of crazy stuff that gave him some jail time. It's on Hulu. Burning body parts in a shopping cart led police to an NYC apartment where more remains were found. Wow. NYC, they be... Scott Peterson, I don't know why I clicked on this, because I don't care what Scott Peterson got to say. He needs to just stay in jail. There's Rihanna's carnival outfit. Groom's mom insists that she slow dance with son to "I Will Always Love You" at his reception. Okay, that's fine. What mama wants, mama gets. 77-year-old man passes away after a tree falls on his New York Airbnb days before his 47th wedding anniversary with his wife. That sucks. Who knew Guy Fieri had beef with somebody? Let's see what else is on this thing, y'all. I always love me some crime news. But of course, Scott Peterson jumps up. Yuck. Vibrant Illinois girl 15 was eating dinner at home when she was struck by a stray bullet. That's messed up. Just read about that. The Get Out of My House newspaper owner, 98, passed away after police raid targeting publication. The case is pending. Witness calls Adelphi's murders textbook ritual killing. Suspect claims innocence despite alleged confession. Body cam footage shows arrest of who'd been on the run for 29 years after he tried giving a false name. Puddle of mud, West Scantlin arrested on an outstanding warrant following a SWAT standoff after an alleged traffic violation. He must be on something. Man lured his girlfriend to the desert with the promise of a bondage photo shoot, then tied her to a post and watched her pass away. That's crazy, y'all. Little girl in Texas got mauled by 2 Rottweilers. Florida twins were found unresponsive in a car after their mother jumped from the highway. That's old. Alright. I think we've had enough of this. Let's see what else we got on here. I'm about to start changing up some of the stuff I read because I'm telling you I can't stand it. Let's see what we got. NC Chief CEO Clark Hunt's daughter Ava undergoes surgery after a hiking accident. Ava, girl, you got too much money to inherit. You can't be playing around like that. People are still freaking out about Blake Lively wearing Britney's actual dress. The rage. Devin Booker reacts to Noah Lyles' Olympic win after controversial NBA comments. I actually watched tonight that Sprint show or whatever on Netflix, and I mean, Noah does have a point. When the NBA says they're champions of the world, they're not technically, they're just champions of the United States, so it is true. 5 things to know about Anthony Ammirati, the French pole vaulter with a viral budge. If you want to know the 5 things, just ask him. Ginger Duggar says her siblings felt they didn't have enough food growing up. All them kids, 19 of them, I could only imagine. Swimmer Adam Peaty says athletes found worm in their village food. The Paris Hotel has responded to Serena about the venue. I don't know what she said, but Jamie Lynn Sigler opened up about her experience. 13-year-old son Bo was passing away after spending 4 weeks in ICU with extreme head pain. Did they ever just say what it was? He had inflammation on the brain and spinal cord. Jamie is the daughter of Sopranos. Kate Sheldon, no. Alright. I think we're caught up on that kind of news crap. I get bored with some of the news sites. I have to switch it up sometime. Let's go to Reddit. Reddit is never boring, even though sometimes they ask the same questions. What's so simple yet so hard to do? Please, everything. But I would say I struggle daily with putting on my socks and my shoes. I don't like to sit down. I like to stand up, and the balancing act really does take me out sometimes. Somebody said leaving a relationship that's bad for you. Yes, I would agree. Quit an addiction. Not caring. It sounds so simple, but if I read something that annoys or angers me, it'll stick with me. Gotta let it go, y'all. One of the simplest yet hardest things to do is to genuinely listen to someone without interrupting or planning a response while they're speaking. Yeah, we all gotta work on that. Somebody said falling asleep. I know. Why can't you go to sleep when you want to, when you need to? Keep your mouth shut. I'm terrible at this. You gotta stop talking so much. Get out of bed when the alarm goes off. Being kind to yourself. Being patient. Losing weight. Start. Not experience intense, debilitating rage while driving. That's my husband. Communicate. Meditation. Meditation is hard. Quieting your mind is so hard. Letting go. Just hit the button that says no tip. Baby, I don't have a problem with that. If I go in to pick up my food, I'm not giving you a tip. I went in to get the food. Especially if you forgot something. Like, no. I mean, I tip, but I'm just saying, sometimes it's like, I'm giving you a tip because I came to pick up my food. I told you everything I wanted. Whatever. Anyway, what is something you call by a company name instead of actually what it is? I don't know, probably the wholesale club, but it's really Sam's. Frisbee, crockpot, thermos, trampoline. It's actually called a rebound tumbler or a rebounder. Tater tots is trademarked, owned by Arata. They're called potato rounds. Everything are tater tot. Band-aids, jacuzzi, the Tupperware, Q-tips. It's supposed to be cotton swabs. I mean, listen, everything's a Q-tip. Even if it's an off-brand, it's still a Q-tip. Like, come on. Zipper is a brand name for class blockers. Rollerblades, they're inline skates. Post-it. Google it. Vaseline, it's petroleum jelly. Even if it's off-brand, it's gonna be some Vaseline. Bring me the Vaseline. Y'all get it? If you suddenly lost your sense of smell, what would be the smell you'd miss most? The smell of food. Duh. I get mad if I go to like a barbecue place and I can't smell it. I'm like, what is going on? Y'all are doing something wrong because I should smell that from like a mile away. My husband lost his sense of smell at 12 from meningitis and he doesn't remember smells. He said he does remember his brother farting in the car and they had to roll the windows down. My own body odor, not because I like the way I smell, it's because I want to know when I smell bad. Well, if you lost your sense of smell, you should have, there should be something telling you stink, like, well, like you ain't took a shower, or you should be remembering that. The smell of earth after it rains, coffee, I hate the smell of coffee, y'all keep saying that, I hate the smell of coffee so bad. Cinnamon rolls, fresh baked cookies, my boyfriend. Like, this is a repetitive of everything. My husband swore he's lost his smell and taste when he had COVID. What tips can you give a virgin guy before he has sex for the first time to make a good impression? Have some good hygiene, my guy. Somebody said the hole to the vagina is a bit south, but don't go too south. True. Disregard almost everything you've seen in the corn. Take a shower, wash your jubilees, and your yodel stick. And your tank with some soap and water. Don't be a fool, wrap your tool. Someone who has been the fool. Wrap your tool. Before you hump, cover your stump. No glove, no love. Wrap it before you tap it. They should have done more commercials on these Trojans. Like, y'all could have had, that's another thing. I always will say Trojans no matter what brand. Make sure you clean, clip, and file your nails, brush your teeth, floss, mouthwash included. Foreplay is king. Read up on oral and hand techniques and erogenous zones. For hand techniques specifically, you don't want to focus on in and out motion. It's more like a beckoning motion. Beckoning. That word is funny. Be gentle down there unless asked otherwise, especially around the clitoris. Apply excessive pressure can be painful, like having your balls squished. Also, have a lube handy. Good luck, soldier. This was I think they covered it all. What's something everybody should use every day? A toothbrush for sure. Please use a toothbrush and get that tongue. Somebody said stretch, be kind to others. Breathe in, breathe out. Floss. I have been flossing every day. I'm proud of myself. Wash your hands. Gratitude. Moisturizing. Somebody said brush your teeth. A lot of stretching on here. Somebody said go outside. Calisthenics. Inhale, exhale. A lot of brush your teeth. Positive self-talk. Clean your house. Poop. Exist, eat, treat yourself to nice food, and we'll leave it at just be nice. Well, let's get over to these story times, see what is cracking lacking over here.
Did y'all catch what Ballerina Farm's husband just did? Ballerina Farm, the final saga. Ton of questions across my videos on whether Hannah this is Hannah, who we've been talking about the last few days, if she is okay. Seems like she's still with us. This is a post taken today, Sunday, July 28th. She posted it 8 hours ago. And what I feel like we are in is the era of damage control. The young woman who interviewed Hannah, who was known as Megan Agnew, has had some words to say. Let's take a look.
In April, I went to interview Hannah Nealman, otherwise known as Ballerina Farm. There was Hannah, her husband Daniel, who's also the business partner, and their 8 children, along with cows, pigs, chickens, the whole shebang. I thought I was going to be interviewing Hannah. It turned out to be a little harder than that. Daniel is very involved in the brand. In fact, he kind of leads it. Hannah seemed to be the sort of face.
Didn't I say it was giving Ike and Tina Turner?
Now, I spent the day with them and their 8 children and animals, really out in the sticks of Utah in the middle of nowhere. And I asked her when we were standing on the side of the mountain, is this what you always wanted to do? Is this always where you wanted to be? And she said that actually she wanted to live in New York City. That was her dream. And she had wanted to be a ballerina.
Here's Megan's opinion on Daniel.
Daniel was a little bit more leading, actually. It was sometimes hard to ask her questions, and it was sometimes hard to get a direct answer from her without her being interrupted or her deferring to her husband.
If you have not seen What's Love Got to Do, you know what? Go watch an Ike and Tina Turner interview. Ike is very leading. And if you don't want to do that, go watch What's Love Got to Do with It. It's a great depiction. Now, the couple, neither Hannah nor Daniel has addressed the article still. They've kind of been going on, living their lives, but today is a bit different. Baby, they both look like they don't want to be around each other. The fake smiles from the both of them. Here's another one, and mind you, this was posted today. Oh, by the way, do you see the love you? This is the damage control I was talking about. It's like, all right, let's do a little thing with the camera, kissy kiss. It's a long kissy kiss, and then the way he just kind of like, what? We also see her mom on her Instagram. Granted, it's an Instagram story, but yeah. Remember when I said, and not just me, but also publications were like, there is no essence of her family really too much on her Instagram aside from when her grandmother and I think her father had passed away. So it's almost like, let's try to clean this up now. A lot of people have been saying that they feel a trip to Greece, but not just for Hannah, for the whole family, is going to be forthcoming in a means for damage control. Now remember, this man's father owns JetBlue and other commercial airlines, so it's not like he would really have to pay. #discount or for free. I don't honestly think that they would ever separate. I mean, they are Mormon, and I've been learning a lot about Mormon over the past weekend just from me researching, as well as from you guys who are or grew up Mormon and have shared your stories and your thoughts. Thank you so much for that, by the way. I really enjoy learning about different cultures and religions and faiths and stuff like that. But moreover, I don't think she really has a choice. And people are going into the comments and saying, you know, she chose this, she chose this. You have to remember, she was born and raised Mormon. And I really think she holds fast to her beliefs and where she came from. And that's quite all right. It is clear it's not the life she would have chosen, but it's the life that she has. And it's possible that she just feels like this is what she is supposed to do. But I think the majority of us can see the bigger picture here. Because if you haven't watched my last video, and it's not of me talking, it's just stitches put together of her dancing, she meaning Hannah, referred to herself as a good ballerina. And I said she was perfect. So in accordance to her Instagram as well as her husband's Instagram, they are continuing on living their life. They probably will never address this article, at least in public. I can only imagine the possible conversations going on behind closed.
Honestly, I have no clue who this lady is. I just seen this story and I thought it was someone interesting. She's got 8 kids in, but her husband is rich, but 8 kids in that religion, yeah, maybe when she comes back in another lifetime.
Put a finger down if you've ever gone on a bumble date with a murderer. Punch yourself in the face if the victim was his own son. And yes, I have a filter on because if I didn't, you guys would probably call the police for a welfare check. This is the story all about how. So in 2018, I had just gotten out of a bad relationship and was not having a good time and needed something to do, keep me busy, fill the void, so Bumble it was. I matched with some guy who doesn't live far from me, and he was blonde hair, blue-eyed, stocky, cute, and I was like, okay, this could work. So we go on a date. I meet up with him, and I don't drink anymore, but he's, like, drunk, and I didn't really like him, but again, it kind of was just something to do in the summer. During the date, he's like, I might have a 4.5-year-old. I don't know yet. We're waiting for paternity. A few drinks in, of course, because who says that during the introductions? And I'm like, all right, whatever. Bar's low, my guy. He definitely was not my type, or I didn't really like him, but again, it was just entertainment. Exhibit A, I had to take a picture to show my friends because he's in the My Daddy's a Lawyer starter pack. Like, generally, I'm gonna need at least 1 to 2 Chicago Bulls fitteds in your closet and at least 3 pairs of Jordans. So he tells me he teaches underprivileged kids in Baltimore math. I was like, do you want to come to Baltimore for the weekend? And me being an excellent decision maker, I was like, sure, what's the worst that can happen? Just very on par with my overall existence. So I'm driving there, and I'm an hour away from home in New Jersey, and my car starts billowing white smoke, and I had to pull over. I thought, for sure, I'm about to be in thousands of dollars of debt. I was in my Subaru car girl era, and my car always needed oil, so I figured something had finally happened. There she is on the side of Route 1, and there I am, down bad, waiting for my friends. So my car had to be towed an hour away, good times, and I told him I'm not coming, and he got super weird and was like, I'll get you a rental car. It was like 8 o'clock at night, and I just met you. Red flag. Stopped answering him after that, and then I got some creepy voicemails, and I was like, dodged a bullet, like, what is up with this guy? And then one day I was at school, and I posted a story on Instagram. So you can't really read what I wrote, but I put, is today the day I don't make it out alive? And he says, one can only hope. It's crazy. I thought you weren't a bleep. Fast forward some years later, I'm scrolling on Facebook, and this photo is going around the internet saying, man wanted for killing his son. And I'm like, that's him. That's the guy from the date. It got really weird. So I guess he did have a son because evidently he murdered him. So as if this wasn't the tip of the iceberg, the overall craziest part of the story is my car goes to the mechanic and I'm like, again, screwed. I think my car just blew up and I get a call going, hey, car's all good. You just put too much oil in it. So yeah, that's the story of how my car faked its own death and I never made it to a second date with a murderer. And now I watch him on Court TV on TikTok and I hope he rots.
Listen, your car saved your life, girl. That's the perfect car commercial. Subaru should get her an endorsement deal.
Put a finger down if 3 years ago today you went for a surgery to remove a tumor on your spine and you were told that you'd just be in the hospital for a few weeks, so you figured no big deal, right? Your last text message was to your mom saying, this will be a breeze, see you on the other side. The surgery ended up being over 20 hours, but you made it through. You started to recover in the intensive care unit where it was there that you learned that that surgery paralyzed your vocal cords. Okay, so you couldn't speak or swallow, not even your own saliva. Then a little over a week later, your arms and hands stopped working out of nowhere, so you were rushed for emergency spine surgery where they found bleeding on your spine. Then you developed pneumonia a couple of times and then a contagious infection in your colon. You were moved to rehab after a few months and started working with a large team of therapists there to build up your strength and relearn how to speak and swallow as well. You went home, everything was going really, really well until it wasn't. One day you felt like you were coming down with the flu, but you figured, you would feel better in a few days, but it was getting worse. So you waited nearly too long, but you went to the ER, and it was there that you learned that there was a large abscess on your spine which caused sepsis. You immediately went for more spine surgery and ended up back in the ICU. This time, unfortunately, there were no visitors allowed. You were feeling pretty good after that surgery until a few weeks later you learned that surgery didn't work and the infection was still there. So back to the OR you went for another washout. You learned that surgery also wasn't successful either, so you went for another. At this point, you were very, very sick. You've lost a lot of weight and hair. No one knows where this infection is coming from, and the antibiotics are not working either. Your team says the last resort is for you to go for another spine surgery where they would try a more extensive approach to get rid of this infection. You said no to that, and that meant end-of-life care for you. You just wanted to be at home and comfortable. Not too long after that, when they were getting everything ready, you started to experience weird symptoms and more tests were done, and a large tear in your esophagus was discovered. And it turns out that a piece of hardware in your spine from your first surgery tore a hole through your esophagus, so all the food, drinks, bacteria was seeping out everywhere and causing this massive infection. So you went in for a final life-saving surgery and went home after 8 months in the hospital and over 60 hours of spine surgery, and you've really been recovering ever since. And that is my story.
Yo, that's crazy. And she is so brave, because after y'all didn't get it the first time, y'all can go on and just get my plot ready, because I'm not going to be in the hospital over and over again. I don't have that kind of patience, but kudos to her, man.
The death of Rhaenyra Targaryen.
I was going to watch this House of Dragon crap, but I'm so sick of these people. No.
Have you ever put tape over your booty hole? When I was in college, my roommate Amber, her booty hole was itchy. Like, she complained about it for days. And my best friend Nicole and I, we convinced her to put tape over it every night before she went to bed, because we were in our pediatric clinicals and we had just learned about pinworms. And one of the things that they teach you is that it makes your booty hole itch. And one of the ways that you can test for it is you just cover it with Scotch tape at night. You might get the hiccups because you can't hot puff, but you put tape over it, and then in the morning when you wake up, there's eggs on the tape, and that means you have pinworms. So for a whole week, every night before bed, she bent over. One of us held the flashlight, the other one taped that thing shut, tight. Nothing was getting out, right? But there was never any eggs in the morning. I was so disappointed. I thought for sure she had pinworms. But that's not what it was. She went home for the weekend, and we were looking under her bed for something, and we found all these empty cans of fat-free Pringles. This was back in the early 2000s when Olestra was a thing. Do you remember Olestra? And the reason why it was discontinued is because it was causing booty hole leakage. She was eating too many cans of fat-free Pringles, and that Olestra was just running right through her body, and that is what was making her booty hole itch. Not because she had pinworms, unfortunately. But yeah, you should always keep some Scotch tape on hand.
The fact that she let y'all tape her booty hole for a week. I'm really speechless. Listen, y'all, that's the show for today. Yeah. We did it again. Happy birthday again to my mom. And, y'all have an amazing day.